impressions on this 2021 CRF300L. It is pretty much bone stock. The only things that it has is like a skid plate, foot pegs, grips, bars, hand guards, so just all like the super basic stuff. The reason I'm doing this test today is because Maverick at 550 Performance has blessed me and said that he is going to send me a few performance upgrades for this bike for me to try out in an enduro setting. Going to be doing probably a few races on this bike here in Texas in the Torque series. That being said, this bike is pretty much all stock. The only thing that is somewhat different is the baffle is taken out of the exhaust. Yeah, mistakes were made. No longer have that, so it does not have a baffle. Other than that, completely stock. I am going to be giving my thoughts on the power of this bike in an enduro setting. I've got a short little enduro circuit, I guess you could call it, out back that I'm going to take this on real quick, test the power out there, see how it performs, and then I'm going to get this thing torn down, get the ECU sent out to Maverick at 550, and he's going to tune it. He's also going to send me a airbox and a CBR300 air boot as well. So we're going to be doing those mods for it. Initially, I'm just going to do those mods with the stock exhaust. I want to see how much that gives you just with completely stock bike and just those mods, and then after that we're going to move to the Yoshimura RS4 full system. Maverick says that exhaust in his experience performs the best with these mods, and I believe him. Yoshi makes pretty much the best stuff, especially for Hondas. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to get out there. We're on the dirt roads, and this bike, I mean, for this kind of stuff, just forest service roads, cruising and whatnot, it's great, honestly. Like, you can ask for more power, absolutely. You always can ask for more power, but the power is just enough where it's not going to get you in trouble, like especially on like these loose turns where if you're on like, let's say like a Husky 500 or a KTM 500, it's not going to just pull that back wheel out from underneath you with just one little crack of the throttle. That's really nice. It makes a really fun back road ripper for that reason, because it's kind of hard to get yourself in any kind of trouble with the power that it has. That being said, once you get it out into like the woods, you're doing like, you know, berms and turns and stuff like that, it leaves a lot to be desired pretty much throughout the entire rev range. I mean, it's a mellow bike as is. Like, that's how they have it coming from the factory. So, I mean, that's to be expected. But honestly, I think Honda could have opened this up just a little bit more and given us a little bit more throat throughout the rev range. Haven't been back here in a long time, so it's pretty grown up, but it's just a very short little loop through the trees here. Just enough to get you a good idea of what the bike feels like. See if I can get somewhat of a trail going here. Yeah, these tires leave a lot to be desired in this kind of setting, but honestly, they're not too bad considering what they're for, and it's not this. So yeah, I mean, as you can hear, like the bike, it's really hard to get it to kind of rev out. It just seems a little bit sluggish in that low to mid range. Oop, wrong way. So, I think the mods from Maverick are going to really help that, and I'm really interested to see what it's going to do to the bike in stock form, like with stock exhaust and all that kind of stuff, just to see like really how much his mods actually help the bike breathe. Because once I put that Yoshi on here, it's going to really open up the bike anyways, so it's going to be pretty cool to see how much of a contrast there is with just the 550 performance mods. Need to chop that limb. Alright, so yeah, that's a good few laps. It kind of just gives me an idea of how the bike is running in a kind of tight, you know, enduro circuit. Very short circuit, as you can see, but very fun one, honestly. The bike, for a beginner, like, honestly, it's perfect. I wouldn't do anything to the bike if I was a beginner rider. I would just get my legs underneath me and really start feeling out how it runs and how to ride off-road and stuff. And once you start, you know, progressing and getting better and really feeling like you've, you know, got your experience under you, then I start looking into getting the performance mods and stuff. So I think I'm gonna go on to some main roads and kind of just give you guys an idea of how it cruises in stock form, how the power is in stock form throughout the gears. That way I can do a comparison on road and kind of some adventure style riding, because that's what I want to use this bike for. I'm gonna end up getting either the One Adventure Rally Tower or the Adventure Minkei Rally Tower. That way I can have a small bore adventure bike. I think these bikes are absolutely perfect for it, because with a few mods like gearing and stuff, they will hold highway speed no problem at all. So let me quit talking and we'll get out to the highway. Woo, loose sand. Yeah, for this stuff right here, man, this bike is perfect. It's so much fun to just bomb little Forest Service roads on it. Snake! Almost got you, little buddy. Well, here we go, we got a log down. See what we can do. Oh yeah, it's got plenty of low-end grunt to do stuff like that. Now, the suspension, that's a completely different story. That did not feel good with the suspension on it, but we're gonna get to that at a later date. Alright, we're gonna get on some more gravel roads, because this thing is just too much fun on gravel roads. That's what it's built for, so no use in putting it on road. Woohoo! Nice sand. Ooh, that was a big old root. Hopefully I didn't get a pinch flat on that. Gotta be real careful out in these piney forests. Those roots come up like super freaking quick. Some of them can be pretty dang gnarly too. Getting thick back here. Ooh, tree down. Not gonna be able to, not gonna try to get around that. Think I found a log. Oh yeah, a couple of logs. See if we can get over these suckers. Mr. 300L. Okay. This one's a little suspended and at an angle. Let's see what we got here. Probably not going to end well. She did it. Yeah, we'll turn around. We'll do those again. Why not? Alright, let's see. Little less speed. Yes, sir. Alright, so I think I'm gonna call the video there. Yeah, this bike, honestly, like, it's an absolute blast. Like, of course, all experienced riders know that this bike is not meant for us and our style of riding, but if you are an experienced rider and you've never experienced a small bike like this that is just not made for that, I'm talking like old XRs or anything like that, because this is very reminiscent of like an old XR 250 or XR 400 guy. The 400 definitely has a little bit more grunt than this thing, but yeah, like the old XR 250, like, I mean, Honda stayed pretty much true to its heritage. Just good, reliable bikes that are super, super, super fun to ride, no matter what skill level you are. So huge thanks to Maverick out at 550 Performance for getting me these parts. I cannot wait to get them put on this bike because I think it's just going to open this thing up and just give it so much more throat. So I'm super stoked on that. Thank you, Maverick. You are the bomb. I will see you guys in the next video, which will be me testing this bike with the 550 Performance ECU, 550 Performance Airbox, and the 550 Performance CBR 300R snorkel boot. So, with that being said, guys, have a blessed day. Peace.